When you're ready.
Now, we have some separate questions for Amar, our lovely guide. What are the jobs and the differences between porters and Sherpas?
Uh, First of all, I would like to thank you, our uh, youngest crew member, Joye. So, good questions for me. I would like to clarify as so far as I know. So, actually, the Sherpa, it has various meaning. So, Sherpa, there is in a mountain we will take two kind of Sherpas. One Sherpa who lives in mountain, and recently from Tibet. So, and it's kind of one ethnic groups who are living in mountain, who has a own culture, own festival, own custom, own language, own everything else, own culture. So one Sherpa is used to for trekking, is kind of job, is kind of post. So he has a different responsibility. Any kind of ethnic groups, even in Sherpa, can be Sherpa. So I mean, the main responsibility and duties of Sherpa is that one to fix it camp, and uh, though he will look, there is a accessible of water, wood, or there is a safety place for campsite. It is not, or it is okay.
Yeah.
So they find out that one. So that is the difference between the Sherpa and Sherpa. But the spelling and the nature is same, but the meaning is different. But most of in a camping trek, in expedition trek, the Sherpa he has a more responsibility and duties. But this time the tea houses trekking, the Sherpa job is very rare. Very few people they take Sherpas. Even so some big groups more than 10, more than 6, so they hire one Sherpa, but this time Sherpa and a shaken guide is kind of synonyms. So
Awesome. Thank you very much for clearing that up. So, what are the culture groups like? I noticed you mentioned different Sherpa groups. Different Sherpa being one of the culture groups. Are there others?
actually Nepal is a multi-diversity country. So according to the census 2011, so we do have 125 ethnic groups. Among them, so Sherpa is a main ethnic groups who lives in mountain. Even in Khumbu regions, Sherpa is the most famous ethnic groups. But recently, there's some of Rise, some of Gurung, some of Tamang from down valley. They are migrated here for working or for business. They are here. So actually, Sherpa people they celebrate Lochar. Lochar is the New Year of Sherpa people, and actually they are like they follow the Buddhism. So actually Nepal they have a big festival Dasan and Tihar, but they do not celebrate very grandly who live in mountain. So the Dasan Tihar people celebrate who follow the Hinduism, but people knew that one. So Dasan and Tihar, uh, very very less in a mountain they do celebrate. And say I already mentioned you, in Sherpa they have own custom. I think you might have seen on the way to trekking. They were their culture, and say they were their culture costumes. Even they have a different kind of dresses. Even in the special occasions, the Dumje, I say one Lama's festival is going on in the biggest monastery on Tengbuche. So it's going on there. And Rumde, this kind of festival they do celebrate here. But the who lives in mountain, even Gurung, Tamang, they do celebrate Lochar very grandly. It is followed near the Chinese New Year. But other indigenous people, they also celebrate a different kind of the festival. They have its own language. So, but especially we are in mountain. We are talking about Sherpas and Tamang Gurung.
Cool. That's quite interesting. Uh, what's the weather like at different times of the year in the different seasons?
Sure. As my experience, mostly the September, October, November. It's a peak seasons, peak trekking season in Nepal. But unfortunately, in a mountain, it can be changed weather. But normally, September, October, November is the best weather in Nepal. Even March, April, May is also best season for trekking in the mountain. But that time, the this kind of black mountain will be snow capped. Snow cap will be lots of snow, but that depends on people. If people, some people they would like to trek on snow, the March April also very best. And people who like to who wouldn't like to walk on a snow, this season is very best. But weather October, November, December is very clear sky, blue sky this time. But that time it might be changed within an hour because foggy and say cloudy. It's common in the mountain.
Yeah. So the weather changes a lot up here.
Sure, yeah, yes, you're right.
Final question: is it tough being in a group with Isaac and Aaron?
Oh, actually, this is my second time I'm doing trek with family group. It is very much, it was very glad to trek with you, with Isaac and Aaron. I renamed to Aaron. He's the Aaron Hillary Sherpa because
Yeah.
even even very youngest our member, he already successfully completed world highest pass Thorong Pass, which is 5,416 meter. And right now we are in Khumbu regions. We already completed base camp and Kalapatar. So he has a 95 oxygen level. It is awesome. It's kind of local people. So and Isaac and Aaron, they are very very nice. They are doing very well job. And so we are going to Chola Pass, Gokyo, and Ranjola Pass. We are 100% sure that one we will do very best. And our team member, I'm very glad to be guides in the family group who were from New Zealand. I'm very glad and thank you for interviewing me and giving me such a wonderful, such a valuable time for me. So to sharing some things about our Annapurna and Everest Base Camp and to High Passes trip.
Awesome! Thank you so much, Emma.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you having you as our guide as well.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
think,
finally, so our Nepal Alternative Trek is providing logistic support for your base camp and to high passes trek. I'm sure that one you will 100% will satisfy with our Nepal Alternative Trek team, and and we are trying to giving best. Yeah. So and if you have any kind of suggestions or any kind of things, please do not hesitate. Feel free, and it might be kind of basement or improvement way for us and our company too. And so finally we were in Zongla. This is my first time in such high altitude interviewing. So thank you, Joye.
okay. Thank you very much. I think that's all for today. Over and out.
Namaste.
Namaste.